We've had staff directly affected by the floods and the cyclones, and we've also had staff directly involved in rescues. So I think I'm fully aware of the impact it is having on the people in New Zealand. And our hearts go out to those people, and they are certainly in our thoughts at the moment. From a project point of view, we've actually got away with minimal impact to the project. We had flooding during the big floods of late January, but that was rectified and tidied up within a few days, and there appear to be minimal lasting impacts of that. The team on site put into place all the lessons they learnt from the floods in preparation before the cyclone, and I'm advised that we've got through the cyclone very well with very minimal, if any, flooding impact. So compared to how others are at the moment in New Zealand, we've got away remarkably lightly.
People ask me how did we prepare and how did we cope with the storm systems that have recently come through here in Auckland, particularly the incident of the 27th of January and then more recently the Cyclone system, Gabrielle, that passed through. Like most of Auckland, we weren't immune. There was heavy rain throughout. We received a lot of flood water, a lot of inundation, particularly here at our Maungawhau site. We had to rapidly respond and draw on our crews to return to work and to respond and deal with the significant flooding that we were experiencing. They safely relocated plant and equipment and materials to safe areas. From the 24-hour period of Friday night through to Saturday night, we managed to clear all of our sites of all of the water. Yes, there was a lot of silt and mud left over the site, so we continued to clean up through Sunday and Monday. But we were in a position, thanks to the good work of the teams, to return back to work on Tuesday, the 31st of January, without any issues. We have been more fortunate than others, and so our deepest wishes and condolences for those around the country who are significantly impacted by the flooding, and we wish them all the very best from Link Alliance.
So just a bouquet to the Link Alliance Development Response Team. They co-sponsor First Thursdays with us, which is always highlight of the month. A lot of events and always brings a spike in turnover in foot traffic to the street.
It is a creative hub for a lot of the local artists.
It brings people down the alley, which is difficult at the moment, but it's great to see people coming past.
It's a great way for the community to come and connect and purchase straight from the artists. And yeah, something I really am quite passionate about.
We decided to rebrand our salon. So we used the small business support program to help with our rebranding. We used it to help with the signage with our salon, and we're really appreciative of it, and any little bit helps.
One of the things that CRL did for us is a small business grant, and asked us, look, we've got this grant available for you, what would you like to do with it? We wanted it to be something that was really helped us as a business, but also added something to the value for our customers. So what we were able to do is to get some heaters on the outside. Our outside area probably takes easily 50-60% of our trade. During winter it can get very cold, so having those heaters has been absolutely a godsend. They've been brilliant.
We get pieces like this designed on our hoarding to soften the impact of our construction on the local community, support local artists, and just make the area just a bit brighter for everybody walking by.
One of the problems we identified with our rough sleeping community is that they're really stuck with all their stuff. So we pulled outside of the box and turned what would otherwise be normally in wheelie bin into a semi-secure vestibule for people to secure their possessions. Couldn't have done this project without Link Alliance's support. And honestly, if you lose your possessions like your blanket, can be a life and death situation. So big thanks to Simon and Deirdre and all the crew at Link Alliance, and I can't wait to pitch my next project to them.
We're always looking for ways to support the community to lessen the impacts of our construction activities. If there's anything you'd like to see us do, please give us a call on 0800 CRL Talk, option 4, or email us at karangahappy@linkalines.co.nz, and we'd love to see you at First Thursday.
Kia ora, my name is Sofia Athineou and I'm a glass casting artist. I've created the 53 glass triangles representing lava. I started by creating 3 perfect triangles. Then I made them into silicone molds. The mold went in the kiln and then we arranged 5 different colors of glass inside each mold. And then they got fired in the kiln and all the colors melted together. Some of the colors were mixed by placed strategically inside the mold, and other parts of the colors were sitting on a flower pot above the mold. When we hit top temperature, which is around 830 degrees, the glass from the top melted, swirled, falling inside the mold. My favorite, one of them would have to be the one with a yellow center. It's more like a tunnel. Well, the aim is to have the glass looking amazing on the wall with the natural light hitting from above. Hopefully people will see the same as what we saw and they'll see the passion that we had to create these 53 triangles.
Hi, my name's Nicole and I am a Stakeholder Communications Manager with City Rail Link. A typical day consists of working with our stakeholders, such as business associations, our neighbours, our nearby residents, just to make sure they're well informed and really helping them to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Some of my favourite moments on the project so far have been able to highlight all the awesome, amazing stories. It's not every day that you get to work on New Zealand's largest infrastructure project, so really highlighting what that project is going to do for people in the future and how much it's going to transform our city is definitely my favourite part of the job. Before City Rail Link, I was a journalist with stuff.co.nz, so I've worked in media for a long period of time. So I've always been interested in communicating people's stories and telling the wider picture, I guess, to a bigger audience. Outside of work, hobbies are just getting into the ocean, going for a swim, going for a hike with friends, hanging out with family quite a bit. Sometimes do triathlons, which keep me very active. So I've been with City Rail Link for 3.5 years now. It's been an absolute whirlwind and one of my greatest adventures yet. Shortly I'll be heading overseas. I'm heading over to Italy to do a couple months backpacking around, and who knows, we might chuck in a little bit of Spain or France as well, just for good measure.